Good morning, I'm Al Litman, Mayor of Mesquite. Today's COVID-19 report is 268. The other day I mentioned that the governor has reopened the bars. I'll ask again, what about places of worship? What about the schools? What about youth sports? What about playgrounds for our children? All the mayors of Clark County are on the same page on these issues. It's time. As you probably know, the governor has extended the moratorium on evictions for the time being. But what happens at the end of this period? So many residents will be faced with months of back rent, and that goes for mortgage issues too. The state of Nevada is providing $30 million in short-term rental assistance to Nevadans experiencing financial hardships due to COVID-19. Funds will be paid directly to your landlord or property manager on your behalf. These residential rental relief funds are offered as a grant to eligible Nevada tenants and are not required to be paid back. Please, if you need this program, contact www.housingnv.gov. In addition, Mesquite has received some of its CARES relief money from the county. I have proposed that $100,000 of these funds go into our own rental relief fund, dispersed by the Salvation Army locally. This measure will come before the council shortly. We have a responsibility to our residents that we must fulfill. In addition, I have proposed additional funds to small businesses in Mesquite. As you know, outside agencies are not coming to Mesquite during the pandemic. Unfortunately, due to the lack of staffing, a Social Security representative is no longer coming. Much of what you need can be found online at www.ssa.gov. If you need a replacement card, they're not available online, but you can get an application form with needed directions. To request an appointment to file for benefits or general questions, please call 800-772-1213. Over the past few weeks, I've talked about the difficult transition many children are having with distance learning. Hopefully things are improving for the children, as it's somewhat easier for them to adjust than parents. Today I thought I'd talk more about parents and helping them through COVID-19 and beyond. Sooner or later, COVID-19 will either end or come under control, but it will leave us lasting scars on all of us. Those of us that do not have children or are retired, not in the working world and the like, will have fewer issues to deal with. But for those of you that do have children, are trying to make a living, are struggling with bills, and so on, stress levels will continue to rise. It's just a fact of life. There are things you can do to manage your stress. To begin with, cut yourself some slack. Remind yourself there is no playbook for what we are going through. Between work, childcare, and everything else, you may be juggling impossible demands. Being kind to yourself helps you stay calm and frees up the bandwidth you need to take good care of yourself and your family. Be smart about what you're reading and watching. Consider putting a limit on the amount of news about the virus you consume every day. Now, at the start of flu season, it could get worse as far as unpleasant news coming at us from every direction. If your social media feeds are making you anxious, take a break and focus on accounts that are calming. Accept your feelings. Many of us feel sad, angry, and anxious right now. Acknowledging that instead of fighting it allows us to ride out our emotions, and it might help even free us up to move on and say, okay, so now what needs to be done? Summer is over and we are entering the fall season, traditionally the busy season for all of us. With the holidays approaching, our stress levels nearly always rise. Of course, this year, with virtually every important activity canceled or on hold, we need to sit back, catch our breath, and probably look at alternatives. I'll talk about some of this later this week. Until then, don't despair, keep the faith, and stay Mesquite strong. Thank you.